Hello, this is ALWT Gaming with my boys here, MildwyCarrot and MildwyCarrot36. I'm going to give you some gaming news. Take it away.
All day. As my boy had said, we're at ALWT Gaming. We are ready to go ahead and get this thing started. We have quite a few things to talk about. First on the agenda. Well, first and foremost, before we get into that, Aces, how are you doing today, man?
Doing good.
All right, good. Good stuff. Okay. How about you, MildwyCarrot?
Doing good. Just refine-tune my graphics card because I got a new monitor and had to re-update some software. So making sure it's running to where it doesn't overheat when I overclock it. So nothing like playing a game and next thing you know, everything shuts down because you fried your GPU.
Sounds like something I would do. Anyway,
Yeah, you did already.
No, I did not. That is we're not going to talk about that. You are on the air, sir.
No better place to talk about it.
So one of the first news, which has kind of been, I mean, if you are on Twitch a lot, you've seen this already. If you're not hip to Twitch, if you've been peeping our pages, any of our pages really, you've seen this already a little bit. But our very own Donald Trump's Twitch. Who wants to take it? Who wants to take this one?
All I can say is no longer accessible.
So for any of you guys that do not know, Donald Trump's Twitch. That's a tongue twister there, man.
It sounds like Tweety Boy.
Right?
I thought I saw a Trump on the Twitch. I saw a Trump on the Twitch. I did see a Trump on the Twitch. Oh, he gone now.
Trump's Twitch has been temporarily banned for hateful conduct. All right. We're not going to elaborate
Hateful
too
language.
much on that one. Yeah, I mean, it's just Trump being Trump, unfortunately. But at the end of the day, be nice to your neighbors. Be nice to everybody, no matter what their background is. Black, white, Puerto Rican, white, whatever, boy, girl, you know what I mean? Whatever the case is, make sure you guys are showing love to your neighbors, no matter who they are, all right? Show love, not hate. So that's all I'm going to really say about that one. But I just thought it was kind of interesting that the person that was trying to shut down social media, his own social media was ended up temporarily banned because of the stuff he's putting out. So,
A little side note on that: as soon as Twitch went ahead and put that ban in place, he then went. His PR group then went behind saying that they're trying to censor him. And I believe they said like something like his conservative speech and all that. Like they're like saying that they're censoring him when they shouldn't be. It's like
Yeah, it's we unfortunately. I mean, I'm a pray for the leader. I'm a pray for the leader for sure. I love everybody. Yes, that does include Trump. Do I like this decision that he's making? Heck to the no. Do not like it. Don't really support it, to be honest with you. He has a few funny moments for sure, but ultimately not the president that I would like to go for, to be honest with you. So praying for him. Love the guy. We just need something. We need change. We need something different. So,
on that, apparently R. Kelly's trying to put in his nomination for presidency.
Yeah. So is Kanye.
I think it was
Kanye.
Sorry, I don't know hip hop. I don't know the social world. I'm like R. Kelly's trying to do it. I'm like, wait, that doesn't sound right.
I think R. Kelly. I don't think he can run from prison. Like I don't think he can run while he's in prison. So
not R. Kelly, Kanye. My bad. I don't know. I do not know anything about the pop culture or whatnot. You ask me any questions about it, I'm just gonna stare at you with the blank face, going, "What?" So,
hey, nothing wrong with that.
But no, I did find it funny though. It's like right after I was looking around the web and all, and I was pulling up the stuff on Trump's Twitch ban. Yeah, Twitter ban. Yeah, they'll do that maybe. I was pulling it up on there, and then like one article like literally came up was like talking about Trump banned on Twitch, and then next thing you know, Kanye trying to run for president, no papers submitted. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. At the end of the day, and this will be the last topic I have on this one in particular, at least for me. At the end of the day, we just need people that's qualified. We need people that, again, doesn't matter what their race background is, whatever the case is. We need people that genuinely know what they're doing in office. That's what we need. We need people that will take care of the citizens. There's no reason why United States COVID-19 issues should be raising the way that they are right now. You know what I mean? Other countries are getting their stuff together and they're getting it down, while we're probably one of the only ones, if not the only one that's where it's rising. But again, topic for another time. If you guys want to talk about it a little further, feel free to inbox me, message me. You guys can even message the page. I mean, any one of us will respond to that, or you guys can reach out. Again, I'm pretty sure MildwyCarrot would love to talk to you about that as well on his page. So whatever it is. Make sure you guys are... I just threw it out there, didn't I? I just set him up.
I mean, I didn't even volunteer it myself. He's just like, oh, you talk to me, or go talk to Mildew. More like, don't do it on mine, do it on his. No, you know?
Reach out to
I've got ratings I gotta protect.
Reach out to our hotline at ALT. No, I'm just kidding. So on to the next topic.
May or may not pick up your call.
On to the next topic. So one of the biggest things, and I don't think we have a whole lot of people in here that actually play the sports types of games. I do. I do like playing some sports games. I don't get them every year unless it's soccer. But this one kind of had my interest a little bit. NBA 2K21. Okay. That is the first game that announced their price for the next gen consoles. So first and foremost, in case you guys did not know this already, when NBA 2K21 drops for the PS4 and Xbox One, when that drops, if you get the standard version, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot use the smart delivery or the forwards compatibility with the next gen consoles. You are not able to do so. You can only play those on the current gen consoles. If you decide to get the deluxe version, the 99 Kobe Bryant version, that one gives you the capability for the forwards compatibility. If you decide to wait until, like, you know what, I don't want the deluxe, I just want the standard, I just want to play basketball, I'm getting a new console anyway, let's just wait for that to come out. If you decide to do that and get it for the next gen consoles, it's not going to be $59.99. It's going to be jumped up to $69.99 before tax. So, and it looks like that this is the first time they're kind of doing that. So, as far as this is the first game that's announcing that. EA has done something similar to that with Madden. They didn't announce how much of a price jump it was going to be, but they did kind of have it to where if you buy Madden, you can upgrade it to the next one. Or to the next console, but if you didn't do it by, I think it was May at the time, if you didn't do it by May, then you would have lost your rights to do so, pretty much. So I understand a lot of people are upset about that. I get that because, again, now that's not going to be a problem for me if I decide to get it because I'm getting the console day one. That's the goal. But for others that are waiting a year to get their console, like if they decide to get it for the PS4 or the Xbox One, and they're just like, all right, well, I want to get football now. I'll get the console next year. If they kept it that same way, then they would have been out of luck. They would have to rebuy the game again. So that kind of would have been a little bit crappy for those people that are waiting for the next gen consoles. So EA had decided, they took the fan feedback. They're like, you know what? Let's take that out, throw that out the window. You can upgrade it from the Xbox One, PS4 to the Xbox Series X and the PS5. Until the next game is released. That's a little bit more fair and that's a little bit more lenient. But that was the first time you kind of heard about a little bit of a roadblock between the next gen console upgrade of the forwards compatibility. This one is officially announcing it. If you get it for the PS4, if you get the standard version, you will not have that capability of doing so. Guys, hearing this information, how do you feel? If this was a game that you guys were looking forward to, if this was Dark Souls the Remastered, or if this was Persona 6, how would you guys feel about that?
To me, for starters, I really don't understand why they're going up in price. When you look at actually how the prices are divided, actually they're getting a bigger amount of money now because most games no longer carry a disc, and when you buy a game digitally, you're buying it directly from them. Mm-hmm. Granted, they pay like a bit of a platform fee. Like I can't remember. I want to say, like, for example, Epic's is like 10 or 15, I think for like Steam it's like 30 or so%. And I know PlayStation charges like a percentage for having it on their platform, but they're not having to put it on disc anymore. So you cut that middleman out. So I don't get why we're going up from 60 to 70. We've already went up before a long time ago from 50 to 60. Mm-hmm. and they've cited this before that it costs more to make games.
Okay.
But I don't even understand why they won't do the upgrade either. I mean, with Madden and sports games in general, seeing as we're still almost like a yearly iteration, I feel as though they need to actually, that's one thing that could actually hit on a subscription.
Yeah.
Instead of making people buy it every year for maybe $60 a year, you can do maybe $30 a year and you would get an upgraded version of it.
It's because you have those fan base that will buy it no matter what. Those are the people they're targeting. You have those people that will not boycott buying a Madden game. You can have the same exact Madden game in 2021 that you have right now. X factors and everything, which the X factors are crap. But you can have that in everything, and they'll still buy the same game just before the updated rosters. So people are not thinking outside the box. To be honest with you, they're not. What are your thoughts about that, Mildwy?
So, I mean, it's definitely interesting that they're not offering, the transfer for just the standard version. So like you buy standard, because there's definitely a lot of gamers out there that don't want the extra content. But now with the NBA series and all, kind of like with the Madden series, like you said, you're going to have that. You've got that heavy fan base. I don't know if you would call it a cult fan base because of how heavy people are invested into it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think you can do that, especially because you'd be calling, standard football, a cult. But in a way, it kind of has that mentality of like they're diehards for it.
Right.
So because of that, like Issa said, and you said, they can kind of take advantage of that aspect of these people are going to buy it no matter what. But if I were to step back, me personally, I don't really care for the NBA or Madden games. But if this was like you said, like Dark Souls or one of the upcoming games I'm looking forward to, like maybe Cyberpunk 2077 or Horizon Forbidden West, I'd be kind of interested to see if they would continue that. But also, I'd probably still go ahead and get the expanded edition because you're talking, like you said, you pay $60 for the base edition for just PS4. Then PS5 comes out and you want to get that game, you have to pay an additional $70. Or you could just drop $100, and when that game comes out, then you transfer it over, for $40 less. So I can kind of see that aspect of it is it's kind of like a bundled package, saying you only are spending $30 more instead of having to spend an additional $70 more, for the newer system. And one of the reasons I think that they kind of also did the increase is, as Ace has touched on, it takes a lot to make these games. And with the new Unreal Engine 5, with everything that they're doing, I can, especially with the technology that they've showcased for these console systems, I wouldn't be surprised if the extra $10 price is due to all the extra content that they're putting into it and all the extra graphics with ray tracing and everything that we've got coming up. It wouldn't surprise me as we go on in life and all, that these games get a little bit more pricier because they're putting more into it for us.
Right.
So I'm all for it, if that's what they want to do, as long as, we definitely see, reason behind their pricing, not just like, oh, I want to do it this way just because I can get more money out of them, which, to be honest, unfortunately, is a lot of companies.
Yeah.
They're going to say, how can we get the biggest buck out of it? But like I said, if you're telling me spend $100, get it now for PS4, and then you can then transfer it over to PS5 later, I'm going to be okay with that, like I said, because it's either you spend $60 now and then additional $70 with maybe a discount for trade-in if you do that, or unless you're going full digital. You're talking, I'm trying to do quick math in my head here, like, $130 versus, you're saving $30 pretty much in a way on the transfer. So it's a deal. You just, like I said, you just got to pay attention to it and make sure that you're going to get the best out of it. But I was originally hoping that they would just give us the transfer for free. Just saying, hey, yes, you can go take our game from A to B, no extra cost. But if they're going to charge us for it, so long as they're not overcharging me, I guess I can kind of see it, but still going to be sad.
Yeah. And one of the things too is mentioned, and I on one of the podcasts I was listening to concerning that this same question was brought up. And first and foremost, I do think that games are starting to demand a little bit more from developers and become more cost effective. So I get the whole $10 jump in price. I would be more prone to agree with Aces had everything been more digital, as far as strictly digital. we just saw on the latest PlayStation 5 event, they're going to have a disc version and a discless version. So since not everything is discless, technically that's not completely cutting out those third-party sites like Walmart and GameStop and stuff like that. So I get both sides of the spectrum. Of course, I like to save money, so the cheaper, the better for me. But I get it. One of the comments that I guess that was made by fans was saying like, well, if they're going to do this, they better not charge me for microtransactions. That's not going to stop microtransactions. They're still going to be doing that. There's still a lot of content out there, whether it's DLC, whether it's costumes and skins and stuff like that. Like if you're playing Smite, how much money has Smite made just from skins alone? You know what I mean? Like guaranteed buku bucks, and then you have battle passes, all that stuff. So those microtransactions aren't going away anytime soon. It's just that we're at the point right now in gaming to where we have taken that next step, and I think that we're going to really, really see it and feel it on this next gen console. I mean, last time we had the $60 games, I think the first time we started announcing that was the beginning era of PS3. So we're actually long overdue for a price increase, to be completely honest with you. So that's just that's my 2 cents on it. Any closing thoughts on that segment before we step on to the next segment?
Yeah, I do. Basically, with that, I mean, I'm not still backing it. I understand about it's not completely diskless, but they make quite a huge amount. When you check out the amounts companies make, like the amounts Blizzard and them are posting, it's mind-numbing amounts of money being made in the gaming market. Mm-hmm. Not to mention, like you touched on earlier, the microtransactions.
Yep.
And a third problem I have with it lately is basically a lot of these games I've checked out lately aren't even finished.
And not to cut you off real quick, Mildew, you went blank on us. Just give you a heads up. Yeah, you're screwing one out on us. He alive? What's going on? Oh, someone tripped over the cord.
Hold on.
Okay. Oh, I'm keeping that.
Sorry about that.
Oh, you're good, man. You're good. Both of you guys, educate me on this. When a game does microtransactions like skins and stuff like that, there's no fees that they have to do as far as Xbox or PlayStation. That's directly to the developer, correct?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, but I have to look into it.
I mean, I'd have to look into. Yeah, sorry. Go on, Aces.
There you go.
You can keep going, Aces.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter. The amount of money, I mean, let's take a game, Fortnite, for example. Mm-hmm. Epic alone, I think, made over $1 billion in microtransactions on Fortnite. It's just not even touching like League of Legends amount. Like Fortnite, League of Legends, Smite. These games are different because, yeah, they have microtransactions, but they're also free to play.
Right.
But the amount of that is just sheer mind-numbing. Whereas touching on like let's say some of these games that put microtransaction in, let's say they did it wrong. I mean, you've got games now, they got microtransaction. You pay the full price, you get microtransactions, plus they have DLC. Mm-hmm. One game I can touch on, it's an older game, but it comes off the top of my head right now, is Dead Space 3. This is probably like a game which had terrible microtransactions in it. And that's another problem too, is how do you do microtransactions? And how do you do it right?
Right. Because Capcom definitely did not do it right.
And everybody remembers the infamous horse armor.
Yep. All right. So real quick, on to the next one, and this is mainly all right. So this one's I'm going to take this one because this is going to be talking about Raze Energy, but also we have another individual down below, right here, that is actually going to be experiencing a little bit of what Raze has to offer too as well. So there is all right. So recently, I just went ahead and got my Raze package. And there's 4 flavors and a shirt and all that good stuff. If you guys watch my live on my own page on Facebook and Instagram, you saw me get those. But the 4 flavors I want to touch base on, because first and foremost, this is the last flavor. I'm actually about to try this right now. I haven't tried this one yet. But it has 0 sugar, 0 carbs, Zero artificial dyes. It's pretty much what Bang Energy's doing and whatever that other one is called. I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, but it looks like it's from what I've been tasting, it actually tastes pretty good. It has BCAA aminos in it as well. You can actually get this from GNC. So it's supposed to be one of those energy drinks, and this one has like a little game fuel type feel to it as well. Give you that extra kick with no crash, which is always a plus. So Voodoo was the first one I tried, and I did not choose these names, so don't judge me. Don't kill the messenger. Voodoo had a little bit of a taste of like I think I said this before. It tastes kind of like a little like the good grandma's candy, if you will, like the ones without the wrapper. Had a little bit of a after like a black
good
cherry.
Homemade taste.
Exactly. Yeah, it was. It had a little bit of a good black cherry-ish type aftertaste. It was just a hint of it, nothing too crazy. Galaxy Burst was actually really good. That was really good. The best way I can describe that one is it tasted like a cream saver. Had a cream saver aftertaste. If you guys remember what those are, if you don't, Google it and you'll see exactly like, oh, that's what they are. Are they still around? Yes, they're still around. We looked it up previously at work. They are around still. Okay. Next one.
If you're our age, if you're anyone younger, you still are gonna look at it and go,
That's
what?
Right. That's right. And honestly, it might be right now. If you visit grandma a lot, you might actually see it inside her little her little candy jar. Who knows? You know what I mean?
Her little grandma. Oh man, Malachi.
I know. The next one I had was sour gummy worms. That was the next one I had. Tastes really good. That tasted really good. And so far,
was it sour and then sweet?
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. And then so far, the way that I didn't mean for this to happen, but the way I listed it, Voodoo, Galaxy Burst, sour gummy worms, those were the ones. They are actually in order from worst to best. They're all good, but as I was doing that, I was like, wow, I really put this as far as least to greatest. So we'll see, because now I'm about to try this one out. Baja Lime. So this one's going to be a live reaction.
I just heard all the caffeine from it being opened.
About 5 minutes.
So I ruined the cycle. I ruined the cycle because sour gummy worm was still the best one. This was pretty good though. It's pretty good. It tastes like definitely has a lime aftertaste. Very tropical. It tastes like one of those suckers that again doesn't have a wrapper to it. It's almost like a Dum Dum sucker, but the flat kind. I can't. It's not a Dum Dum. I can't remember what they're called. But yeah. Not bad, not bad. Almost had like a little pina colada aftertaste too as well. So again, that's Ray's Energy.
Pina coladas.
Yep. You like pina coladas. So yeah, so definitely if you guys ever want to check that out, that is again Ray's Energy. R-A-Z as in zebra, E as in elephant. Energy. PS5 event. Speculation. After researching, it looks like the anticipated date, not confirmed yet by Sony, but the anticipated date is actually supposed to be a week from today, the 13th. Gentlemen, what are we expecting? Pretending, first and foremost, who all thinks that's going to be the 13th? And second, what are we expecting at this particular event? Are we expecting more first-party games? Are we expecting more content of what the console can do? Are we expecting more peripherals? What are we expecting?
Expect a lot more first-party games, and plus a lot of gameplay. The PlayStation's main selling point is basically a solid-state drive. This is something that they have yet really to show off, because this is one thing they touted since the beginning, is a thing that basically removes the load time. So I'm hoping that they put that on the full display, maybe show like a Spider-Man or something with him going across the city to city, and they show, oh, he's gone through this whole thing without a single load time, or it's only been like a quarter second of a load time, and a lot of people hadn't even noticed it. I'm expecting some of that. I'm expecting graphical shows, a lot more, like I said, a lot more gameplay, and even newer games. I want to say at least probably, since we're going into a PlayStation, at least one or two new IPs, a couple of surprises here or there, and maybe finally Silent Hill.
And not to rain on your parade, but they did show off the SSD pretty heavy at the first one. And just in one word, well, a few words, Ratchet and Clank. That rift that they were doing was really showing off how fast loading screens were happening, how you can transition from one world to the next. So they showed that off quite a bit, actually. But I would like to see more. So I do agree with you. Spider-Man would be a great one. That would be a fantastic one, especially if they show off more gameplay of Miles Morales. Like, come on. What about you, Mildewy? What are you thinking?
Just that endpoint there that you were going on, Malachi. I think Ace was going off of internal load times. Like, so you know how you get to those scenes where it's like, you go into a building to get to a new cutscene or to a new section zone. Do you have to go through the load time so the system can load up the data for that map and all? Mm-hmm. So I think with the new solid states installed in there, it's going to cut down that time frame which we're sitting there at that load screen. Now, right now, it's very, even when I'm playing, Spider-Man or whatnot, on my PS4, the load times aren't extremely like, oh my gosh, like, I'm sitting here for like an hour. No, right. It's like, maybe about half a minute or so pending, and I've got like a first gen PS4, so that's pretty good.
And it's like Anthem?
So, yeah, like PS5 with the solid state drive will take whatever Anthem did, show it on pedestals going, this was before, this is now, and there's nothing on the pedestal because it's that small of a load time. It's just like down there, just like it's like right in between where they put their hands, like you can't even see it. You got to pull out a microscope. Yep. You're down there at the, looking at it. So I really expect to see, kind of like what Issa says, a lot more gameplay this time around. Now that they've got time, that they've already done the main reveal, they're probably definitely going to go into the gameplay mechanics a lot, so showing like what the PS5 is capable of. Like Asa said, with the load time, with the solid state drive, with the processing power and the graphics, we're going to see probably a lot more with that, especially with Unreal 5 out there. It looks beautiful. I still can't get over it. So definitely expect to see more of the actual games and maybe some of the developers coming on and talking about the games as they go through it. Kind of like what we saw with the PC launch there.
Yep.
Malachi, we might see the developers come on and give a little bit of information and all. I hope it's not as long as that one was, but definitely can't wait to see what they do. And in terms of what to expect to see in terms of games, I want to say we probably see some gameplays from the ones that we've already seen, like popular ones like probably Horizon, yep. Spider-Man.
Say it.
I don't think they'll do Godfall. I don't think they'll do it.
That's fine.
But no, I need to see Kino.
There we go. Yes, that's what
I need to see her.
I need to see some more Kenna. Yep, right there.
I need to see Kina. I need to see Kina. Kenna. I keep mispronouncing it.
That's fine, man.
Kenna. No, but those are my top three definitely for me getting. But then I also agree with Aces. I think we'll see some surprises too, which we might end up having to revise our list. Going, well, there's an extra $70 down the drain, or $100 if you're buying the crossover.
We're not going to talk about the pre-show of what Trevin, aka Bleedingaces, had sent us. We're not going to talk about that right now, because right now he's trying to make me go broke, guys. He's trying to make me go broke. But anyway,
trying to. He doesn't have to. Sony's going to do it for him. He's just getting a cut because he's enabling.
So, well, let me ask you guys this then. Well, first and foremost, for my expectations, I actually do agree with both of you guys. I think we need to see some more SSDs. I think we're going to see a little bit more gameplay. I don't know if they're going to show any more newer titles. I feel like if they do, we're in July. Well, I guess they could show first party titles, more first party. I guess they can, because they still have God of War up their sleeve that they can show if they decided to. They still have Final Fantasy 16. I think it might be a little too early for Final Fantasy 7 Remake Part 2. I think it might be a little too early for that, but
I think that will be out for the next couple of years, actually.
I don't know if it'll be that. Well, yeah, actually, I think you're right. I think it'll be exactly at couple, and meaning 2. I don't think it's going to be many more than 2, especially now that we got a taste of the first one. There's not really much DLC you can really do to a Final Fantasy. If you do,
they show the Elder Scrolls 6. I'm gonna buy the thing before it even hits the shelves.
It's like pre-order now. But yeah,
I'm the same way.
Yeah, I have a feeling though that we might actually get a price. I think we're getting a good price this time. If not this one, definitely by August, no later than August. But I have a feeling we're going to get a price this go round. I think we're going to hear that, especially now that it had leaked in various different places. So,
See, I really want to know if those leaks were actually legit, or if
Yeah.
someone there was just trying to say, "Let's go ahead and do this, man. Let's make it this way." I
Well,
mean,
even
you got the possibilities of it being true. I'm not going to say that's not.
Mhm.
It's just we until they confirm it, we don't know.
Right.
But I really don't think that they're going to do it this time around. I probably could see them waiting at least until August to keep us on our toes, especially if they show us a lot of good stuff with this next event. It's probably going to get us more hyped up and more like, and then they finally do it, and you're just like, oh.
But is it wise to wait with the situation that America's in right now? Is it wise to wait and have another people like if you're smart like us? What we're doing is that we're saving now, regardless of how much it is. Not everyone's doing that though. So would it be wise for your general public to wait another month of them potentially not saving for this console and to announce your price?
I think what they're probably trying to do is they're trying to get a feel for it, because this whole COVID situation is just it's so new.
unprecedented.
It's unprecedented.
Yeah.
So they're probably actually looking at it and saying, let's hold off on the price, because we're not offering like with the Xbox where they've got the lower end series and the high end to where you can get two different ones for two different prices, for the situations like I talked to you before about,
Yeah.
where it's like you don't have the funds for it, but you still want to experience some of that Xbox capabilities. You can get the lower end. Or if you've got the money, you can buy the high end one,
Yeah.
or as I like to call it, the high end table leg. So I swear that's all that thing looks like. So it's just a rectangular table leg. It's like, my coffee table's, it's tilted. I need something to balance it. Oh, here we go. My Xbox One will work.
Yeah. My coffee table.
Kids.
Exactly.
What we like to call the Xbox Series X, the fridge.
Yeah. That's exactly
Like
it.
a fridge.
Pretty much. But I think what they're doing is they're definitely probably, at least what I think they're doing is trying to monitor the whole world situation and try and find that balance, like to be able to offer it to the world, but still, make a decent profit off of it.
Right.
So I definitely could see probably like a lot of Walmart orders, Amazon, stuff with layaway capabilities being done, regardless of pricing. Just so that way people can get a hold of it and not have to worry about paying one down payment, of like $600 to try and get the new system.
But that
So,
also kind of comes into play. Sorry to cut you off. Go
Sorry.
ahead.
I believe actually they're going to take a hit. Basically, when you listen to Xbox, like I think it was Phil Spencer, I can't remember if it was him or not, or who it was at Microsoft, they're actually expecting that they're not going to sell as many consoles, which I actually believe may be the case.
Mhm.
With the COVID situation, it puts people in a pretty weird spot. You don't have as much, and with the amount of people out of jobs, which we was just at 1/3 of people without jobs just recently. Now you got people that's probably around, I think last time the unemployment was around 11% last time, I believe, which is still considerably high.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And with people missing that amount of money, I wouldn't really try to sell it too high, but you gotta still make a profit if you want. Here's the thing: a lot of people don't realize about consoles. A lot of consoles, it's not about making money off the console; it's about making money off the games. So if you can sell your console, and basically you can mingle to see how much of a hit you can take and get away with without going too far under. As long as you get that in the house, and then you can make up that end later on with the amount of video games you sell. I mean, let's take a look at maybe, for example, this PlayStation 4. They made a huge amount of money, but the console ain't really making them a lot of money. It's the games themselves that's going to make you all your money.
Mhm.
So the main trick is just getting that into the house. PlayStation's had problems, and it's not just because of the SSD, it's the cooling unit. One thing I've seen from a lot of tech people is that PlayStation really been focusing, because I guess the last couple consoles have been having problems with heat issues. Them and Xbox. So they've been really focusing on getting a high-end heating unit. It's not going to be probably water-cooled or anything, because
Oh, definitely not.
no, the way people
Heck no.
Yeah, definitely.
You put a water cooling unit in a house with a bunch of like little kids, someone's gonna end up breaking something and they're just in their mouth, and then you're just got a whole GG.
Yeah, but they said it's gonna be pretty high end cooling unit in their Xbox. I mean, not the Xbox, but the PlayStation. I suspect Xbox going to do the same.
You can even
which
just
is
take
why
a
the
look
consoles
at
look so big. Big now.
Yeah, you can even take a look at the vent. The vent alone shows how much cooling is going to be inside the PS5.
Yeah, they spared neither one spared no expense. That's why the Xbox starts kind of like a refrigerator.
Yeah. So
pretty much
they're putting plenty of space in there.
So let me ask you guys this then: are we keeping the date of July 13th, or you guys think that they're going to be having the next PS5 event on a different day?
When is July 13th?
That's a Monday. That's a Monday from this week.
I think they'll keep it depending upon world situations. I mean, because as we last saw in June, with the protests and everything going on for Black Lives Matter and everything with the killing of George Floyd and all, they definitely pushed it back to try and, not try and step on situations that were ongoing in the world. So if, everything stays, within, calm levels or not, and, no other major events, pray to God nothing else happens like that, occurs, then I can definitely see it going forward. But if something does happen, I'm pretty sure they'll probably take another step back. So.
Okay. What about you, Aces?
I believe pretty much the same. It's going to probably be, if they have a schedule for July 3rd, it's probably going to be on July 3rd.
Yeah.
I mean, 13th.
And again, remember, this is just speculation. Sony hasn't confirmed anything. This is just a rumor as far as the 13th goes. So I honestly think, I don't think it's going to be the 13th, but I think it's going to be that same week. They might have it on another Thursday, just so that way they can kind of keep in coordinates with the PS5 event that they dropped a few Thursdays ago. So that's my thought. So we'll have to see about that. So Xbox Series X, that one actually had it looked like that they had speculation for the week of July 20th through the 23rd. Actually, just about a couple hours ago, earlier in the day today, they had confirmed that they were going to officially show first-party releases, including Halo Infinite, on July 23rd. And I think that is a Thursday. One of you guys mind looking that up for me?
What for Xbox?
Yeah, Xbox Series X.
It was. 23rd. It is July 23rd. I can't remember the exact time. It is. I actually looked at it and seen it.
There you go.
Wait a minute. Oh, that's June.
Porch drinking a pina colada.
So with that being said, they're going to be doing Xbox Summer Game Fest, or Xbox is going to be showing their Summer Game Fest on that. They're also going to be having over 60 demos for pretty much what they're going to show at E3. They're going to have 60 demos that's going to be available for Xbox players, starting on the 21st. And
it's going to be at
no, go ahead.
9 a.m. Pacific and 12 p.m. Eastern. July 23rd.
Okay, July 23rd, and I think that's a Thursday.
So still be 5 o'clock somewhere, still on the back porch drinking a pina colada. Cool.
So for us, that is a Thursday. You might have a few of us doing the live reaction to it. We'll have to see how that's going to look. If not, you guys go see a post reaction of us doing it. So it'll be a live reaction for us, but then it will have already been posted on social media. It won't be live when they're doing it because most of us will be working during that time frame. So yeah, so definitely good stuff there. But yeah, if you're an Xboxer, Xbox One, you guys will be able to have access to 60 demos, and I don't know if they're going to be streamed or downloaded, so I'm kind of curious of how they're going to go ahead and with that. Sounds like it's going to be possibly downloads. I don't know if they're going to be timed downloads to where you can only have it for X amount of time, and then once you go offline or once you met that time limit, then it would expire and dissolve from the console or whatever. But we'll have to take a look at that. Very curious to see what they're going to happen with that, so stay tuned for that.
Go ahead. Go for it.
Oh, that was just saying stay tuned for that. What was your thoughts?
I'm hoping that they release some first-party titles. I've heard Halo Infinite might show up.
That's inside the article. That's inside the article.
I definitely want to see. I want to try out the demos for that one, and I hope we get a couple surprises. That when they picked up those 5 studios, like they picked up Obsidian and Team, I believe it was Obsidian. I want to say Team Ninja too.
Yep.
Those are 2 excellent developers.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got basically, I would say, the Outer Worlds developer, which also did Fallout New Vegas, plus also Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic 2. And also you got on top of that, you've got Team Ninja that did Hellblade. So these two are great companies. They need to, we want to see some titles. Even if they're not playable, at least show that they're working on something.
That's the biggest critique I've been hearing as far as Xbox Series X side, is that right now they have Halo Infinite and Forza. That's practically it. So,
but I'm gonna check them out because I do have an Xbox. I want to check them out too because I have nothing against Xbox. Me as a gamer, I have nothing against Xbox. I would prefer PlayStation more because it has more games pertaining to me. But again, Xbox, you guys come out with some heavy hitters. You guys come out with some good stuff. You might pique my interest to go ahead and get that Xbox Game Pass. Will I get the new console? We'll see. We'll have to see what pertains to that. But and we'll also have to see what's on Game Pass that piques my interest as well. Any company, if they have a game that pertains to me and that really entices me to play it, I'm going to be intrigued to try to get it. You know what I mean? So yeah, Xbox, if you come up with some heavy hitters, by all means, you guys got another customer.
So with Xbox though, with their Game Passes, with their partnering with the Microsoft Store, so a lot of their games like Halo Infinite are coming out through Microsoft Store for PC. So in other words, if you're running mainly PC systems or you don't even have an Xbox, but you got a PC system in your PS5, you don't have to get the Xbox. You could just get it on PC and run it. Now, will it be the same?
Yeah.
You just gotta get it that way. So now, would it be the same as playing on a console? Heck no, because your PC is probably a monster. But the point being the case, why would I spend extra money on a console when I can just buy the game through the store? So
right. And that's something that we have to look into too, because Xbox's strategy lately has been different. I have a feeling that Xbox, maybe even over the years, have with something that we just as consumers just didn't know about PlayStation, and they're like, all right, well, this is a way that we can be relevant and compete, and maybe give the either give the blow towards our competitor or coexist. So that way we can just go into the next consoles. This is a perfect way to coexist with Game Pass. That was a great idea. Force compatibility, great idea. You know what I mean?
Give me one quick second.
Yeah, sure. That's one of the main things too as well that I thought was pretty awesome. I thought that was pretty awesome that Xbox did. Now I just gotta look at the games because so far a lot of the games that they have that comes out, I can get it for PS4 if I want it. You know what I mean? So, next portion. Okay. So, our new Army of Two segment, which we're going to roll the clip right here.
Looking off into the distance.
Very dramatic. Ooh, I see some sparkly things over there that I want. Oh, I'll get him!
There we go.
The latest regions
Light a fire. Complete that bad boy.
Now prove
Very reasonable conclusion here.
You respawn, right?
These hot springs? I think these are supposed to be hot springs.
General.
Ouch!
Oh!
It's like, oh, I forgot to mention. Ooh, oh no!
Unless that's what he was talking about just now. Enraged. That's right.
Yeah!
That's it. Slice and dice. Bounty complete. Did you get your feathers?
Oh, I hope I did.
I should have told you in the bottom right.
Our Army of Two segment is no longer going to be called Army of Two. It's going to be called Strength in Numbers, the Sin segment. All right.
So sins.
Sins, pretty much sins.
Are you saying there's 7 of us?
No, not 7 deadly sins.
What do you got? You see Malachi, Ace,
Actually, there is
LDOE.
only 7 there's 8 of us. There's 8 of us, but yeah.
Yeah, he'll die off later.
So with that being said, if you guys want to look more into our sin segment, the strength and number segment, feel free to again follow our group page here at ALWT Gaming on Twitch. That's www.twitch.tv/ALWT Gaming. You guys can also, a few of our members also has their own channel if you guys like to check out their stuff, because we're actually going to be talking about here soon some of our featured Fridays, which recently was MildwyCarrot. We're going to talk about his Spider-Man run as well as Call of Duty run. So we're going to talk about that here shortly, but feel free to check us out. Real quick, before we go on to the next segment, Aces, you have a Twitch, right? Where can they find you at?
My Twitch's handle is called It's the 9Ball. Oh, one word.
Love
in
it.
the corner pocket.
Love it. So yeah. Mildewy, shout you out, man.
Shout out.
Where can they find you at, man? Where
can you find me? Everywhere. I'm everywhere. I'm nowhere in here and all there. But yeah, you can find me on Twitch at MildwyCarrot. Just look me up. Check out my videos. Leave a like. Leave a comment. How much you love me or how much you don't like me. So, whatever. Appreciate everyone and all feedback. I'll laugh. I'll cry, and I'll do it while streaming so you can hear it. So.
Bars. So there we go there. Make sure you guys are following them. And featured up. Before we get into that, just to give you guys a heads up, as a general reminder for anybody that are current followers, or if you guys are new followers for ALWT Gaming, for Twitch, if you guys are following our Twitch, you will be entered into a drawing to win your very own free ALWT Gaming hoodie. And it's a summer hoodie, so it's a little thin, but very stylish and comfy. I actually have mine. Or shirt. We're picking 2 winners. All right, one person's winning the hoodie, one person winning the shirt. Entries / follows would have to be in by 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and winners will be drawn 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Friday. Okay, so that Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, follow. That Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, drawing. Winners will be announced, and then ALWT staff cast will be reaching out to various winners through their email, aka DMs. Okay, so definitely make sure you guys are on the lookout for that. Share it with a friend, all that good stuff. Grow the community. All right, we're in this together. Featured Fridays. Take the wheel, MildwyCarrot. Spider-Man, what's your experiences, man? How you feeling?
I'm disappointed in myself for not playing this game sooner. I really am. I'm already going through it, and I may have mentioned this in my last episode, so on my Twitch, or on At Least We Tried Gaming's Twitch page, episode 2, I really compared it to, if you guys have Disney Plus, go online, look up The Ultimate Spider-Man. It's got the same kind of comedy feel to it, same Peter Parker trying to go through life, dealing with this new stuff, but still got this comedic feel to it when he's engaging with his opponents. I've always enjoyed that aspect of Spider-Man, is that comic-based version of him, versus the kind of the old versions of he's like, oh, what was me? I'm Spider-Man trying to do all this, more emo-ish Spider-Man, and I was like, nah, I'm not okay with that. With this one, the so far, I've only just faced Shocker. That's how far I've gotten into the game, but I'm already in love with it. Like, just the writing of the story from what I've gotten so far is just, it's phenomenal. The gameplay mechanics are really good. I still don't know how I'm swinging around town and not falling off the buildings, but I am, so that's definitely a plus. But if anyone's ever doubted the game or not, leave the doubts at the door, get the game and play it.
You heard it here first, guys. MildwyCarrot got the stamp of approval. You know it's a good game if he says it. You know it's a good game.
I'm giving it 5 carrots.
Hey, that's a thing. That's a thing now. You have to keep it. That's what's up, man. I like it. And then also, if I'm not mistaken, man, if you don't mind me elaborating more on this, Call of Duty, you guys did your Army 2 / featured setup with you did so with one of our buddies, Dustin, offline, and also TBF Abyss and Bleedingaces, right?
Yeah, so we actually last Friday before 4th of July, we got online. Finally got Dustin, finally found him and got him online again. So we managed to hit some COD's Warzone. Got Abyss on there. We're playing through it. Tried to hit bases, but he was being a god in Smite, and, just wrecking the lanes and all. So we let him do his thing. But we were on there for about a good 3 hours and about 45 minutes, about 4 hours worth of gameplay. Just having fun, running around the maps, trying to get places. We're getting up there around 16th, 19th places, and I know everyone's like, "Oh, 16th place." I'm like, "Do you know how many pros are on there?" Like so many. Like I'm just walking around. Next thing I give them a headshot, and they're like halfway across the map. Okay, you know. It was just like, man, but it's like, it was fun. It's always fun just to get on there and play with friends and everything, just have some fun stuff. We definitely got always down to the lower circle for the gas zone, and then it just turns into a bloodbath. So, but a lot of good times, a lot of good fun, except for that last run where somehow Abyss dropped out. He says, I don't know how that happened, but he disconnected from our party. We lost him, and we're like, all right, we're already in. So we jumped down to the hot zone of train station with about 5 other squads. We're like, all right, we're just going to go ahead and die so we can get Abyss back in here, get a gun, run outside. No one's around us. It's a ghost town. I'm like, what the heck? It's like everyone knew we're trying to die. They're just like, no, we're not going to bother killing these guys. Forget it. They're not worth the point. And they just move on. So we're chasing people, driving away from us in cars going, hey, kill me.
Nobody would kill you at all.
No, like we're just trying to. Finally, we found the guys who were trying to kill us. I broke their shields. Aces took him down and picked me up. We shot in his other buddy, took him out. We're like, well, we just can't die until next thing you know, someone decides, yeah, fine, whatever. He point strikes us and takes us both out. It's like, okay, what a way to go.
That'd be one of my best. The weird part about it, that's probably one of my best games ever. I mean, I went to the gulag and like no scoped the guy with the sniper rifle in the gulag, and I absolutely suck with sniper rifles. But for some reason, I
Turned
just
around the
couldn't
corner.
miss.
Boom.
He's like, for some reason, I was Angelina Jolie and won and curved that bullet.
I can shoot a shot. You just saw it bouncing around. It was like ding, 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 boom, kill shot. What?
It's fun though. I mean, it is fun. I mean, some people are there. Yeah, they're like some people are like tactical geniuses, but having 200 in the map, it actually dropped a lot faster than I thought. I didn't think. We think 200 people are like, oh, it's gonna take forever. Nah, those numbers were just going down crazy because once you get in those hot zones, with that many people, yeah.
The only comparison I can do is like, if anyone still plays Fortnite or remembers the old Fortnite days, you drop into Tilted Towers, you drop like 50 people there in 5 minutes, you're down to 5. That is in a way of like, it's so hot map. It's like the only way you could survive is you're out in the boonies on the side end of it where no one wants to go, and you're slowly walking your way in.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you
so, we ended the matches with about 1 or 2 kills a person, but I'd say it's the best, run we've ever had. We're not really the type that wants, like, I need 30 kills just to go, man. We're getting 30 kills right now. Spam the likes. No, it's not us.
Yeah, got a few John Wicks over here, making it happen inside their last match for sure. Definitely make sure you guys are checking out our new feature for this week, a new ALWT cast feature, which is going to be the one, the only Gravity Mark. All right. Make sure you guys are checking him out. He's going to have some stuff up here shortly. He's obviously not inside this particular stream. However, he's going to be our feature for this week. And we're going to see. I'm excited to see what he's going to choose to play. I'm excited to see it. It might be Horizon. Ooh, who knows? That might be the one to go for.
He hasn't played Horizon yet?
No, he's going through it now. After he saw the PlayStation 5 event. Yeah.
I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to go talk to Gravity.
I can't say that. I've never beaten it.
You know what?
I am.
We'll get to you in a second, sir. We'll get to you in a second.
Don't start with me, mister. I haven't gotten the DLC yet.
Hey, I got the base game. I got the general gist. Okay.
I am terrible at beating games.
You don't even have the DLC. You don't have the full gist.
Yeah. I got the base gist. The base gist.
Well, it's not enough.
We actually have a special video that's going to be coming this particular Wednesday. That special video is I have a special guest who has actually not played a video game since Miss Pac-Man on Nintendo. Okay, that was the last. That was the last one. I gave her the challenge.
Was this? Hold on. Was this Nintendo, Super Nintendo, or Nintendo 64?
I think this was normal Nintendo. This is not Super.
Oh.
This is not 60. Yeah, this is just normal Nintendo. Last
Oh.
time. And so what she did is that I had her play The Last of Us, the first one, and
Okay.
I'm not going to elaborate on it. I'm just going to show the video on Wednesday, and you guys can see what that looks like. So yeah, so be on the lookout for that.
So Wednesday I'm booked.
Okay, cool. What are some games that we're currently playing, guys? What are you guys playing?
Oh, I'm playing a lot of stuff. You gotta elaborate.
What's on the top of your list? I mean, we already know you're playing Spider-Man. Is there any other side story-based missions or anything like that you're playing? Like that's just really scratching the itch of you playing a video game.
I've been playing MechWarrior 5 on PC. Been doing Monster Hunter. I'm gonna be getting back into that because they're getting a new event coming out here soon with I think with Altair coming out. So definitely looking forward to get my ass kicked by him because I'm still getting it kicked by freaking Brachiodos and Rajangan. Oh man, those guys, the Raging Rajangan, yeah, those. Ooh. But not too much else. Just whatever strikes my fancy. Been I upgraded my Fallout with more mods, so I've already beaten vanilla. So I've been modding, trying to find stuff that works, and screaming at Vortex, going, "What do you mean they're not compatible together?"
Oh God. Vortex.
Yeah, so it's interesting, but then also just building a list of games that I want to play, and I just don't have the money to buy, so waiting for Steam to get those sales.
There you go. What about you, Bleedingaces? What are you currently playing? What's been scratching that itch for you?
For me right now, of course, it's MechWarrior 5. I got that going, but for me, my single player has to be Control.
Okay.
I'm playing Control too, so it's let's just say different game. It's kind of unique because you got like both mind power. It's kind of like I don't know if anybody ever played PsyOps, the Mind Gate Conspiracy.
Mm.
Okay, so this is digging way back in the Xbox's past.
Yeah, I
But you
remember
sorta-
the name, but that's about it.
You sort of got like mental powers and stuff, but you also got like a gun that can shapeshift. Plus, you got like things that exist in this world, plus the astral plane is like two different worlds. So it's kind of like sci-fi and stuff. And she's got like this, I don't know what it is yet. They haven't really revealed what it is that's helping her. But it's sort of fun. It's unique. I got to figure out how to get past that one thing that's just wrecking stuff in the middle of the floor. I don't know what it is. I don't know how to describe it. It's like just a big angry box that just turns into spikes and stuff. It just trashes stuff all day.
All right.
But it's sort of a unique game.
Okay.
One game I forgot to mention is definitely also you guys will see it on my my sins segment with TVF Abyss as we're going through Code Vein. So you've heard me talk about Dark Souls and loving that. Code Vein definitely has a Dark Souls feel to it, but definitely more anime. If you see my character on there, TBF has gone, what the fudge? I like him. So, yeah, now we're going to go through this game. Yeah, you didn't think I could beat the first boss. He's like, you're going to get wrecked. I killed it. What? I was like, yeah.
Years of training with Bloodborne and Dark Souls will do that to you.
Yep. I did get hit a couple times. I'm like, oh, you trucker.
Yep.
But yeah, no, it's a fun. It's already just one boss in, and it's already kind of interesting and fun. So look forward to that here, maybe tomorrow. We'll see.
All right. So wrapping this up, you guys know it's not an ALWT All Things Gaming episode until I ended off with this game celebrity deathmatch. Okay.
Disconnect.
Okay, so I got two games. This might be an easy pick for you. Might be an easy pick. Might not be. If you had to choose between Grand Theft Auto, San Andreas, and Saints Row, the first one, what would it be?
I might have to go with San Andreas. I never really played Saints Row till the third one.
Okay. All right. And again, yeah, I was about to say now, the one that you choose is the one that's surviving. The other one has never existed. MildwyCarrot, how you feeling, man? Where we at?
I'm gonna have to go Saints Row. Unfortunately, I've never been a big fan of Grand Theft Auto series, and I've seen cousins and people play San Andreas, and even though Saints Row kind of started off as just mocking, like trying to copy what Grand Theft Auto was doing, trying to get a piece of that pie. I feel like if they didn't do that, we wouldn't have Saints Rows 2, 3, and 4. I feel like we would be missing out on a lot of good stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and kill off the Grand Theft Auto series and keep Saints Rows alive.
I second that notion. I'm with Saints Row for the simple fact is that I truly don't believe that Saints Row is a copy per se of Grand Theft Auto. I think that they have very similar styles, but one is more about an individual person making a living through San Andreas, and the other one is about the gangs. It's about the group's survival, all that good stuff. Both have pretty good plots. Saints Row has me all the way up until the third. I haven't played anything past the third, but Saints Row the third, when it started kind of getting a little goofy and stuff, I wasn't really too much of a fan of. Loved Saints Row the first one, loved the second one, especially when they brought in co-op that you could do that on there. The third one was cool, but it was kind of getting goofy, and then it just kind of went really weird from there. For Grand Theft Auto, I feel like they've always been pretty raunchy, but I feel like they really steered into the raunchiness as far as plot line goes on the fifth one. You know what I mean? Like it just kept on getting worse and worse and worse and everything. And I mean, it's a pretty good plot for the most part, but I don't know. I haven't beat 5 yet, and I would like to, but it's just not on a desired list for me to beat currently right now. And then kind of backtracking just for a hot second, a few of the games that I'm playing right now, as you guys already been knowing, as you guys are watching some of the streams on Saturday, I am playing The Last of Us Part 2. My goal is to beat that by next Friday. Reason being is because Ghost of Tsushima's up. That's next up on the list. So just got to make sure that we're doing that. And yeah, and hopefully, I'm hoping that I'll have it beat by then. Have a good review for you guys on the Ghost of Tsushima, which is going to be a brand new dropping content. We'll go from there. Army of Two wise, Dauntless is definitely on the list. Mercenary Case is on the list, and the reason why off record I had asked you guys about Wednesday is because while we were showing the clips of our special guest playing The Last of Us Part 2, let's go see if you guys are free for some Monster Hunter's World Iceborne. I mean, I'm not Iceborne yet, but let's go see if you guys are free for that content.
You're actually gonna play it?
Most definitely. It's time for me to get back on the horns of that one. Dauntless got me inside the mood for it. Let's do it. Let's do this thing.
Where's my pen? I'm gonna have to poke myself, make sure I'm not dreaming.
Yeah.
Hey.
Now the next question is, do you want me to make a new character, or should I still bring in my character that I've got like 500 hours on?
Bring on the 500 hours, man. Bring on the 500 hours. Let's see the difference. You know what I mean?
I'll bring Abigail in.
Yeah,
The difference is your monsters are gonna die in about 5 seconds.
Hey, that's well. All right, so that's the case. Make a new character, because I want it to be fun. You know what I mean? For me, I want them to see the struggle.
I'm talking about like Raging Rashangan and Brachydos and Altarian. Like I'm in game content for Iceborne, bro. Like I'm past it.
Let's do it.
So yeah, no, I think I've got a secondary character that's not too high level that definitely will work out for you. So I can definitely. What's up?
I said I've seen that before. I played one match and this guy jumped in. Like I was hunting, I forgot what creature I was hunting. This dude walks in, just cuts off his tail in like 2 hits, and then it's about dead already. It's limping away, and I'm like, God, could I have the fun too? By the time I run up, it's dead.
Yeah, pretty much that's the SOS flare for you. So unless you got a squad or in a tough spot, I don't fire it off. So.
Yeah, there we go. So yes.
No, definitely, I'm down for it. Wednesday, mark it down.
Yep.
Aces, mark it.
Yeah,
we gotta do it.
Wednesday, possibly even tomorrow, to be honest with you, for our Sin segment. We'll just have to see how Dauntless turns out, our Mercenary Kings, if we're able to do that. But if not, let's put down
Dauntless, actually.
Dauntless is a free version of Monster Hunter, pretty much. It's more.
Yeah,
animated.
Malachi almost got into a fight with me on that one because he said it was probably better than Monster
I
Hunter.
like
and
the
was
battle sequence. It's faster paced, which is what I like. But
Monster Hunter's faster paced, especially if you know what you're doing.
Hey,
Mister, I can't handle a katana.
I'm hip to Monster Hunter. Got on the PSP even earlier than that. But I'm just saying, generally for this particular one,
Heck yeah.
yeah, I definitely felt Dauntless, which got me into that Monster Hunter hype. And yeah, let's stream some of this content for our viewers and for our followers. So let's do it.
Yep.
I'm actually looking at a game I might start streaming.
All right, there,
But,
yeah, right
let's-
there. Any
let's
game?
do
I'll
it.
really stream up,
Check
do a
out his
let's
channel.
play
Check
on
it
it.
out.
Yep.
Might do a let's
Yep.
play on it for, I don't know. It's going to be probably more of a third-party title. You probably never heard of it, Close to the Sun.
Okay.
Nope, haven't heard of that one.
Yeah, I haven't heard either.
Sort of like a spiritual successor to BioShock.
Okay.
Oh, interesting. Well, yeah. Also, before we end up going, guys, definitely, if you have games you want us to check out and possibly play, hit us up on our pages. Let us know. Give us a shout out. We're looking for new stuff, but like I said, COVID world, so don't expect us to drop the money and buy it right away. But we're always open for suggestions. So give us some shout outs. And if you don't, then we'll get Malachi to play Bugsnax.
That will never. You know what? Thanks everyone for tuning in for an episode of ALWT Things Gaming, episode 5. Again, Twitch contest, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Thursday. If you have your follows and subs in by then, enter into a drawing. Win yourself some free gear. All right, until next time, guys.
All right.
All complete.